Good morning. I'm Jeannine.
And I'm Kris, and welcome to the Blue Fiber Tree.
Yeah. Oh, December's almost over.
I can't believe it's halfway here. Like to Christmas. Like Christmas. See, wait, look. I jingle. Sorry. Anybody who knows me knows that through the whole month of December, I have something Christmas on me at all times.
Yes, she does.
I love it.
And the multitude of sweaters and hats that you have, it's a killer.
Oh, I have a ton of sweaters. I now also have a ton of really cute hats. Thank you, Amazon, because I don't have enough time to knit. So
Yes.
I bought this like for $40. I have like 9 or 10 new like different hats, and
Yep, she brought them in to show me.
yeah, I had to. They're
Can't
so
wait.
cute. So yeah, and I'm a Grinch hat.
So it's December 11th, and 2 weeks is Christmas. Yeah, I know.
Listen, if you have not started your Christmas present knitting projects,
Holiday
buddy,
gift.
you better give it up.
Yeah.
You better give it up. Now you got to buy it. Now you waited too long.
I have stuff that you can buy. People started like, I don't have time. Just let me buy something.
You have those great new felting.
I do.
Oh, we have these 2-dimensional flat felting kits that have gnomes and reindeer and sugar skulls and dragons and roosters, and they are awesome gifts.
Yeah, so when I tell you, you know how you used to color as a kid? You would outline heavy and then color in. 2-dimensional, this is beginners. It's painting with
it's easy.
fiber. It is, I enjoy it. It's great. Needle felting is becoming one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah. And most people know I leave all the felting to Jeannine,
Yeah.
because like the 3-dimensional felting really hurts my hands. But something about that 2D, if I put my brace on, so I'm bracing my thumb, so I'm not like moving that thumb around.
Yep.
If I brace my thumb and then I do the flat needle felting, it doesn't hurt my hands. It's awesome. I might have put my knitting project aside and started working on my rooster, but it's like mindless.
Yeah, we'll have to
Don't do it when you're sleepy though.
and don't do it in bed. You break a needle, it gets into your blanket.
We're still looking for the needle that I broke.
Your husband's gonna kill you.
Oh, he's like, great. He goes, one of us is going to the emergency room. One of us is going to wake up dead. I go, well, you can't wake up dead, but you know.
Whatever.
So yeah, so there's tons of stuff here for Christmas if you kind of forgot.
Mm-hmm.
For those of you that are knitters, that have other knitters in your family or friends list that you get gifts
Yeah.
for. Oh, there's a lot of yarn.
There's a lot of yarn.
There's a lot of yarn.
There's unique stitch markers. You have project bags and the ever popular gift certificate. Why not?
I will take all the gift certificates that you wish to give. I know.
Yes. So we got a couple things on the calendar for the
December.
end of the year.
Let's do those.
For the rest of the year.
The rest of December.
So December 14th, basic needle felting from 5 to 8. Last chance for the year. And then on the 17th, we're going to be doing the last of the Macramé Ornament. It's the angel from 1 to 4.
That has been such a popular class.
Oh, both of them have been.
Yeah, we had so much fun a couple weeks ago doing. I
Yeah.
had 5 people in the class, and I was like, "This is awesome."
Can I play last minute call? You got room? Yep. We start at 11. I'll be a couple minutes late, but I'll be there. I'm like, okay, whatever.
I love it.
And then Rhonda was sitting here.
I know.
I have a kit. I'm like, we'll just hop on over there.
Just hop on into the class. May as well make it while you're here.
Yeah. So
Well,
she had fun.
And she forgot her owl because she was
She
going to work on the
did.
owl. And I do want to say,
There's
is
one
there an owl
in January.
January, right? So there's one more shot to do that owl before we take it off the list completely.
January 21st.
All right, January 21st. If you want to do that macrame owl, hop on it. Because after that, I am so done with that owl.
She's done with the owl.
I'm done with the owl.
We want to move on to
we're
a
gonna
new
move
thing.
on to a new thing. Because I think
Yeah.
everybody, by January, everybody that's done the owl will have done the owl,
Right.
except for maybe your daughter, who might have to have a private class for the owl.
Yeah.
If she can't do the 21st, because she really wants to do it.
She really
But she
wants
got
to
to practice her knots.
She's practicing her knots because she doesn't want to disappoint you. She wants to make sure.
My heart.
Okay, and then one more thing, really super important. December 23rd is the last day the store will be
Oh.
open for 2022.
Yeah.
from December 24th through January 2nd.
Cameraman Bob's smiling really big right now because he gets his wife for the better part of a week.
Week and a half. Yeah, whatever. So from the 24th through January 2nd, the store will be closed. We will reopen on January 3rd. The Etsy store, however, will still be open. So if you really need something, just do Etsy.
Store.
Send me an email. If you're local, we'll figure something out. Because I have to do inventory and for the end of the year. So I'll be in and out doing that.
It never fails when you're here with inventory. Somebody tries to pop in. They see lights on.
They do.
Can't do inventory in the dark.
What do I tell everybody? If the light's on, come on in.
Yeah, exactly. If the light's on, I'm here.
But just know that I'm doing inventory, so I'll only be here for a few hours for probably 3-4 days at the most to get it done.
And I'll be here helping.
Yeah, she's going to help.
It's always easier with a partner.
It is. Definitely.
My inventory at the salon is non-existent anymore, so that's nice.
Yeah, it's really nice. You have something between that week between Christmas and New Year's.
Oh, Wednesday, December 28th, we have open dye day at the barn at my studio. That is from 10 o'clock to 4 o'clock. We have heat and insulation now. Everybody's smiling. It's awesome.
Yay.
Thank God my husband didn't have to die. However, in our last video, my husband was walking in the room while I was watching the video before I posted it live, and he heard part of the video where I might have said stupid husband. So I was in the doghouse for a couple of minutes. You know, I never expected him to watch these videos.
She got in trouble.
But I got in a little bit of trouble. But he giggled. He's not so mad at me, but he giggled. So we have insulation, heat. We actually have upgraded our equipment. And instead of using those propane burner things, I now have some stoves.
Yay.
For people to work off directly. When we put the heat in, we ran the extra gas lines. So we now have...
Oh, that'll be fun.
We have 2. I need 2 more stoves.
Okay.
But I have 2, so we'll work between those and then the flat Coleman stoves as well.
If we need them.
If we need them. Depends on how many people show up. But on that day, it's $50. You can bring your fiber and yarn that you want to dye. You can over dye something that you've done before that you're like, oh, this didn't turn out so great. But I will also have bare fiber and naked yarn that you can purchase directly that day.
I plan on over dyeing my blue yarn because it didn't go blue. So yeah.
But your chestnut was pretty.
My chestnut's awesome. I like my chestnut. She keeps making fun of my chestnut. I like my chestnut. I just have to figure out what I'm going to do with them now. But I did have a plan. I was going to make a sweater that was brown on top, blues on the bottom. But that blue's got to be darker, more solid. It can't be the tonal that it came out.
Listen, I just placed, not too long ago, a huge order of macrame cording. And I ordered a color that's chestnut just for you. So you could have some brown.
I got some brown. Yay.
Brown. Likes brown. Brown is like brown. It's brown.
High school. Browns, tans, black, white. That's basically what I wore in school. Blue.
Okay.
Yeah. What do I wear here? Blue, black, brown.
And I'm the all colorful one.
The all colorful one. But those other colors, they...
Listen, I wore black for 25 years as a hairdresser.
Right.
So for the last
ever since you had your place.
Yeah,
you
the
can
last
do whatever
5-6 years, I've just kind of worn whatever I want. Because everywhere else it was, you knew you were a hairdresser if you had black from head to toe. I was like, oof.
Yep, absolutely.
Very glad to be done with those days of solid black.
Yeah. So, chat today. We have some really exciting news.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, this is going to be fun. We will be making some changes in the store. So starting January of 2023, we will have new workshops, new classes, a lot of things. We are switching instructors. So, you know, Kathy was great. Can't put it past her. She did an excellent job while she was here. It was time to move on to a new someone, and we parted on good terms. And so we're going to be bringing in other instructors, and not just this one over here. But in the beginning, it's going to be mostly her. We have some spinning and the macrame, tapestry weaving. What else do we have? I'm doing all the needle felting.
Mhm.
I've got weaving. She's even giving me stuff that I need to learn how to do so I can show you how to do it. So we've got these things. What do you call those things?
It's spinning with intention and rigid heddle with intention.
Right.
So collectively, everybody knows that I really love to mix my fiber arts. You know,
Yeah.
I love to do things that incorporate my spinning with my weaving and spinning with tapestry and so on and so forth. So I kind of designed like all of the new spinning that we're doing.
Correct.
To like, we'll still do our beginner spin. But we're still gonna do our core classes to teach core spinning, and we're gonna do some flying workshops. But in addition to the basic spinning, like I thought we needed something to help everybody grow as spinners. So one of the things that we're doing is we're going to do skill building for spinners. In the first quarter, there's 3 of those workshops. It's like a 3-4 hour class. Cost is negligible. It's not very much, but you bring your own fiber and you come in and you get help with the things that you need. Like if you're struggling with core spinning, hey, I'm going to work with you on that. If you're struggling with plying techniques, or I will help you with that. But some of the other classes that we're bringing in, we're going to do like a Hives and Cocoon class. We've got a super coils class that we're going to do. And then we're doing a spinning with intention.
Yep.
And the spinning we have right now, we have a spinning with intention 1 and spinning with intention 2. And you can come in and just do the spinning classes, or you can take the other step, which would be the spinning with intention 1, will then move us into tapestry with intention 1. So the things that we've spun in that spinning with intention class 1, we will use those plus a couple skeins of yarn from the store or your stash to make our project on the tapestry loom. And then spinning with intention 2, we have certain things we'll spin. And then Jeannine will teach the rigid heddle with intention 2. Because that will, like, you'll have all the stuff that you spun, then you can take it. Now, for the people that don't spin, that would still like to do a tapestry with intention or a rigid heddle with intention, we will have art yarns and things that were spun that you can buy as a kit so that you can still participate in that second class, because we want them to be individual but also go together.
But we also have a couple of beginner spinning workshops before those spin with intent classes. So you can at least do that. You will have, for anything beyond beginner spinning, you'll have to have your own spinning wheel.
Yeah.
It's always been that way. That's not going to change. So, but get in here and get that basic under your belt.
Yeah.
And for tapestry, you'll need the basic tapestry. And for rigid heddle weaving, you'll need
still
the
need
rigid
the
heddle.
basics.
You're going to need those basics. But we're going to give you a reason that if you're spinning stuff and it just gathers, you wouldn't believe all the hand spun yarns I have. Every time I open up a box, there's another bag. I have all this hand spun yarn from over the 6 years that we have been spinning that has just been tossed in a bag. And I pull it out and I go, oh man.
But we're gonna get creative at helping you use the things that you spin.
Right.
You know, some of the workshops that come up, there'll be kits that you buy. Some of the workshops, there'll be a thing that says, hey, you need to buy this one thing from the store and your class fee, but bring these things from home. So you're pulling from your stash. It makes it a little more cost effective for people, but helps you bust that stash that your husband keeps looking at you going, why do you have so much stuff?
And what are you going to do with all those things that you're spinning?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I think a lot of beginner spinners, they spin to learn, but you don't have enough of anything to make a project.
Right.
So you have to find something small to use it up.
And a lot of your beginner spinners don't, like, even if your beginning spinners are knitting, for some reason, the minute you start spinning your own yarn, you forget, like, well, how much yarn do I really need to spin to make something? We forget to put our knitter's hat back on.
Right.
So, you know, we'll go over a lot of that. And as we grow as a spinning group, we do have the open spinning on the second and fourth Mondays
Correct.
of the month, but starting in 23, because that spinning group meets from 5 to 8. So we have a few spinners that are like, well, I can't do evenings.
We probably have a lot more than what we think.
Well, we might. So what we have done is on the first Saturday of every month from 10 to 1, we have a new open spinners group.
Yeah.
And I'm very, very excited. I want to get a chance to grow our spinning group and build that spinning community again.
Right.
You know, I feel like maybe some of the newer people might have got a little lost in the crowd because they can't get out in the evenings or
exactly.
something. I've seen a lot of new spinners come take daytime spinning classes, so they might not be evening people. So this might give them the option to come hang out with like-minded people.
Right. And I know we have a couple customers that make sure that they come during the day and leave before it gets dark so they can get home because they don't like driving in the dark.
Absolutely.
And right now, it's that time of year where it gets dark at 4:30. So I 100% agree with that Saturday workshop or open group because we're giving them an opportunity. Come play 3 times a month if you want to, or once. But this gives you another option. Excuse me, to come on out and do some extra spinning.
Yep.
Absolutely.
I will tell you there are 2 different beginning spin sessions before the open spin day. Believe it or not, because I have a nighttime one and a daytime one now.
Well,
so I have the
but the first one is in January.
There's the January, the new one that we added is the 10th and the 24th.
Hold on one second.
Or whatever that is, the 13th and the...
But the first Saturday in January is the 7th. I mean, you don't have...
It's not that Saturday. I have one on a Friday. That's a Friday and a Friday that we made for Rhonda.
The first open spin on a Saturday...
I'm talking about not the beginner spin, the open spin on the weekend in February.
Thank you. The one day spin in.
The one day spin in. I couldn't get my words right. Listen.
She's confusing me.
Listen, there's a lot of things that have the word spin in it.
So,
and I haven't had enough Dunkin' yet.
So that one day spin in February is the first Saturday of the month. And yes, we have a lot. We have a couple beginners workshops before then.
That way, if somebody wanted to participate in that open spin day, the one day spin in, I'll get the words right. Oh my gosh. There are 2 different beginner sessions.
There are.
That are in January.
There are. So I'm going to go back to your skill building workshops for the spinning. So what I heard.
That's fine.
was we're not really teaching you anything new. You show up and she will help you with whatever you're struggling with.
Yes.
And it doesn't matter what it is.
If it's some people struggle with just simple drafting. It sounds silly, but I've run into so many people that are like, well, I don't really spin a lot because, like my stuff clumps. And I'm like, well, you need to have a drafting class or you need to have somebody help you learn how to draft. And there's multiple ways to draft fiber. So if one doesn't work for you, there's a whole way of, like if you're a thin spinner, you can spin from the fold. And that helps a lot of people control thinning spinner. Ha! Spinning thinner. Oh my God. I really can't talk today.
And sometimes too, it's a wheel. You didn't spin thin until you got your joy. Core spinning on the Kiwi, regular singles on the Kiwi, the jumbo or the country spinner you use a lot for plying, but you can also do your bulky art yarn on that.
Absolutely.
So until you got the joy, it was that happy accident of, oh my God, I can spin thin.
Absolutely. Yeah. Now I will say on the skill building, like if you're coming in and you've never done core spinning, but you want to work on core spinning, you probably need to take the core spinning class. Because I'm not teaching you from scratch a technique you don't know. I want to work with you on the techniques that you have already been taught but are struggling with.
Right. We want to build on the skills that you have.
Yep.
And just polish it up a little bit, make it a little bit easier for you. It could be as simple as starting with a thinner piece of roving. Sometimes you've seen people, they can take they take a whole braid, they don't even break it down, and they just sit there and they just do the whole thing. But they've learned how to go back and forth across that edge and draft it as they go. But if you're struggling with drafting, that technique is not going to work for you. So there are things that we can show you. We can even, show you how to add some things to your fiber before you do it. So
Yep,
there's a lot out there.
There is. And then like beyond spinning, with the angels and the ornament, the wreaths that we did, every holiday-ish, we're going to do another no-skill macrame class, because those were so successful.
They were.
People really enjoyed those. For February, we have Hanging Hearts.
Yep.
Macrame project. We'll get the sample up here in another few days, and you'll be able to see like what's coming up for, I think it's like mid to end January, and then there's one at the beginning of February before the 14th. So there'll be a couple of those available, and then we'll do another one around St. Patty's Day and Easter and that kind of thing, and just little stuff that you can hang around your house for whatever holiday. I think people really enjoyed the no-skill macrame. And then we'll continue to do the basic knots class, so that you can take that instead of an intro to macrame for people who want to maybe move down the Macroweave area, because you only need a few knots to move into Macroweave. But yeah, lots of fun changes. Lots of fun changes. Lots of new fibers.
Yes.
So starting at the beginning of the year, you will see, obviously we'll have like the merino roving.
Yes.
But we're going to have like probably 4 or 5 different fibers that are in braids for people. I can't wait for you guys to see them. They're so much fun and soft and fluffy. Every once in a while, you will see a specialty in there. For those that are familiar with my sparkle yarn, the sport weight that I have, I actually have a roving that has sparkle in it, like built in it.
That'll be fun.
And that's a temporary thing, because that'll be just a little specialty fun thing that'll be out there occasionally. But there's going to be some very unique, wonderful fibers on the wall, lots of bats. Same things we've always found, just different because it's a different person.
Right. Yep.
I'm looking forward to it.
It's going to be busy in here.
I have to dye a lot of stuff, by the way, between now and January 2nd, just so you know. And
we've had we got a taste of what it's going to be like in here.
The other day.
A couple weeks ago. It was so busy in here. I'm like, okay, note to self, do not stack stuff up on top of each other.
It was crazy, because I had a macrame class that I was teaching, the angels class, I think it was.
So I had a 10 o'clock lesson, that's 2 hours. She had an 11 o'clock workshop for 2 hours. Then at noon, I had another lesson. And then at 1,
I started another private lesson. And
it was the busiest day
ever.
And
there were people coming in outside of the classes that were trying to buy stuff and ask questions.
It was Black Friday. I should have known better.
It was, well, listen, Black Fridays in the past have been
not
kind of
been
like,
busy.
This Black Friday, I am telling you, I kept going, I'm looking over and I'm like, oh, Jeannine's up front. I can check you out. I was like, I know how to do that. Hold on, I'm coming.
It was busy.
I know, and we had one of the ladies that was in our class go, so I don't want to bother Jeannine because it looks like she's teaching. Do you know how to ring me out? Yep, I know how to ring you out. I mean, it was absolutely stark raving mad.
I actually had to move the one person to the front because it was so loud.
We were so loud.
I couldn't concentrate. I'm like, nope, we're moving.
We were laughing so much while we were doing those angels.
Someone reminded me the next day, she was in here and she goes, oh yeah, and then we all just kind of gravitated up to where she was at.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, oh. But it was
fun that way.
It was fun.
It was. So, I think one of the changes that you'll see that's coming up is there will be times when I'm teaching spinning at the front, but there might be an open group going on at the table. So there'll be multiple things going on at once where we haven't had a ton of that,
right? Just
a little of that. But I come from the thought process of busy brings busy.
It does.
In my salon world, when people drive by in the windows, and they see us actively working and they see the parking lot full, they're like, oh, what's going on there? I need to go in there. And so I kind of bring that into everything I do. And if they see activity, people are going by, they're like, what's going on over there?
See, and on Mondays and Tuesdays, the only thing open in this side of the plaza on Mondays and Tuesdays is me and the UPS store. That's it. Nobody else is open. So any cars are here or the UPS store because nobody else is
and
open.
I won't be teaching on Monday, Tuesdays. So Monday, Tuesdays are my salon days.
Right.
So I'm cutting down to just those 2 days. Sorry if you're my clients, and if you don't fit into those 2 days, boy, you better want to see me at 8 o'clock in the morning, because that's about the only other time you're going to get me, because my Wednesday through Saturdays are here at the shop.
The schedule is full. You should see.
Because I keep adding stuff.
Which is fine.
I know. I couldn't help it. Like, Rhonda was like, well, I can't do that. I'm like, all right, let's find another day. Let's do a beginning day. Let's do a daytime spin thing. So you have lots of options, because I keep adding things to the books. And
if you don't see it on the calendar, just ask. I'm sure it's somewhere.
we like to add classes.
My
brain might break halfway through January, but that's okay.
We'll be fine.
I'm excited for it.
Me too. So we hope you guys will be excited too for us to start new, but continue and do more things. And you know what? As always, we're open to suggestions.
Absolutely. And that January calendar will be coming out soon.
Yep.
So for all of our spinners out there, please take a look at that calendar for January, because like if you haven't taken core, there's a core class in January. There's a applying class. Like there's lots of fun spinning stuff happening in January for new people and for people that still need to take some of the classes that they never got to. And
I will tell you, by the time this video goes up, the January calendar is already going to be up there.
There you go.
This is the 11th. It's already up there.
Perfect. So take a look at that, and you'll get to see all the classes that are out there.
Sign up early.
Sign up early. Absolutely.
Because she needs to know how much material she needs for her workshops.
Yeah.
It's going to be fun.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
All right, guys. I think that's it, right?
Yeah.
Like, we gave our big news. In January, there'll be some more big news that I have to share, but I have to wait for certain things to happen. But I have a little treat in January that I'm really, really excited about.
Could be something I don't know about. So.
Oh, no. You know about this one. It happened at Rhinebeck.
Oh, yeah.
She knows what it is, but we can't share that until probably the last video in January is when I'll be able to share that, and I'm so stoked. So you think I'm busy now? We're just gonna add to it.
That's all right.
What the heck?
It's what you wanted.
I love being busy. Yeah. So we're good.
We feed off of each other. I keep her calm down. She brings me back up. It's like
it's a struggle to keep me calm. Trust me. That's a big job.
We'll be fine.
All right. I hope that everybody has a very safe, wonderful, happy holiday season.
Mm-hmm.
Enjoy your time with your family and friends. Get out there, share some kindness and some love with other people.
Yep.
It is the season of giving, and it doesn't mean of gifts. You can give of yourself in so many ways. So please do so.
Yeah.
Don't forget the charity rack here. All of that money goes to the Emergency Assistance Center. So we will see you. Oh my goodness. Our next one releases on Christmas Day. Yay! So you'll like the next one. It's a little tiny coffee and chat and a how-to.
It is.
Except this how-to's on me.
It's her turn.
So if I mess it up, be kind.
Yeah.
All right.
Good. All right, guys. You have a great one, and happy holidays, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Bye.